What's up, guys? Welcome to the Crypto Savvy channel. I'm Craig, and we're going to be taking a look at the charts first, the Dow Jones, then the DXY, and then, of course, Bitcoin. We are at some serious resistance. Will it be able to break, and where will it go if it does break? Let's take a look at the charts, but before we do, make sure you help the algorithm out by smashing that thumbs up. Leave your comment down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share the video. Let's take a look. The Dow, as you guys know, I think there is some serious crash coming for the Dow, which will bleed into all other markets. I think this is going to be pretty bad unless we can break this top trend line way up here at about 34,000, right? As of right now, we're just playing around in this. This does look like a bear flag forming here. As you guys know, we've had this target for months and months at about 30,222. Of course, that gets invalidated if we break this trend line, and then maybe we're not going into a recession or, a depression style crash. But I still believe it's very possible. You can see it in the housing market and everything else. Just be extremely careful here. Right now, our next resistance for the Dow is about 32,666. Once we break back below this 32.2 again, then we'll go retest this fib here at about 31.6. If this breaks, we're looking at 30,887, and then 30,222. If this breaks, we have much lower lows for the Dow, guys. I think this is going to be most likely we're going to see a huge crash in the Dow. Now, Bitcoin depends on traditional markets. So if the traditional markets crash, like I believe they will, probably seeing a bottom sometime in September, October, the same time I think Bitcoin will bottom, then the opportunities of a lifetime will arise, as in buying into the stock markets, buy some Bitcoin, things like that. I do believe it's possible. We have had our false bottom in huge bear markets. Bubble pop patterns. There's always bear market rallies that get everyone bullish, change the sentiment before continuing down to the true lows. Let's take a look at the DXY. So this is the DXY. I had two here as a possibility at the 6.618 golden pocket zone, but of course a two wave can go down 100%, but our 7.786 is a good retracement for a two wave. So if that's the case for a DXY, as long as this 1019 holds, I see the DXY going back up to around this 110, come back down for a retracement between 106 and 108, and then continue back up. As you guys know, I know a lot of people think the dollar is dying. Eventually it probably will. I just don't see it happening anytime soon. If you look at this whole wave structure, this just looks like a huge, wave here. We got a fourth wave here, looking for a fifth wave. I do think the DXY can go extremely high in the next few years. If anyone is familiar what happened in the 80s, same type of stuff's going on now with world and everything else. A lot of similarities. Remember, history often rhymes. Another thing I want to take a look at on the DXY here is this falling wedge that it broke out of. If it comes down for a retest, we can measure the RSI right here at the widest point of the wedge to where it broke out would get us way up here. If we came down to retest, we could go off the retest being this trend line here, which we've seen was major resistance all the way across on the RSI. But again, guys, I'm still bullish on the DXY big time. And bearish on the markets. If you guys are interested in trading before we go into Bitcoin, definitely check out Prime XBT, by far my favorite exchange. You can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, everything all from just one exchange. You can also join the free contest section where you get free tradable funds, and if you win the contest, you get tradable funds that you actually get to keep the profits from. So definitely check it out. It's zero risk. And guys, remember, never put in more than you're willing to lose, and always use risk management when you're trading and stop losses. You're going to lose trades. Keep the losses small and ride the winners, right? You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you up to a $7,000 bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your trading fees. Links down below. I'll also leave a tutorial up top at the end of the video. Let's take a look at our monthly Bitcoin here. So we were watching this for a possible hidden bearish divergence. It's still possible if we have a big dump this month and close below this 23,327. Definitely still a possibility. We have over a week, so just be cautious there. But right here is our major resistance from this low back here. This is that 29.8. It's about 28.9, right in that range. If we get above that and hold support, then I'll show you what my next target is. But let's take a look at the weekly. So the weekly, if we draw a trend line off of these two wicks right here, right, touching the wicks, this shows us possibly on the weekly getting as high as 32,388. That's not saying it's going there, right? If you look here at the thicker white trend line, all these are lower highs, but in here it's higher highs. That's hidden bearish divergence still. Even if we get up to this 32.3, we still have hidden bearish divergence. Like I said, I still think we have new lows coming sometime in September, October. I've not had anything to tell me any different yet, right? I'm not going to sit and change my opinion because we get a bear market rally. That's what bear market rallies do. They get everybody bullish. They make everybody get back in for exit liquidity to come down to make the true lows. I know everybody's hooked on the 4-year cycle. Guys, it may be a 4-year cycle, but it doesn't have to reach a new all-time high every 4 years, right? There's lots of things that happen every 4 years that affect the markets, not just a halving. Another thing I wanted to show you guys here is if we look at this, this could be a wave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? If it did, it could get up to these ranges. But also this could be, I have these from the low here to this high, right? That could just be a ABC for our 4th wave up and then 5th wave down, looking at it as an Elliott wave. But as you guys know, I think it's just a bubble pop pattern. We'll take a look at that here in a minute. Now here is my target from a few weeks ago. And I showed you guys this right here. If we look at this falling wedge with the solid white line and then the bottom trend line here, we take the measured move of that. That's what gave us that 28.7, somewhere in that range. Now, if we're able to break above that and hold support, then I still have this target at 31.5, and that is looking at the dotted white trend line and still the same bottom trend line. And we take a measured move of that from the widest point of the wedge, bring it to where it broke out. And that's where I get that. Actually, it's higher than that. Let me see. Oh, no, we're good. From the dotted line, about 31.5. So if we are able to break above this 28.7 and actually hold, that doesn't mean wicks above, hold above that, then we're looking for that 31.5. And then that's where I see the reversal is. As you guys know, I told you in the last video, I'm short up here. I do have my stops at 29.2. Still keeping them there. Let's see. One more thing I wanted to show you guys in the weekly. If you look at the chart, right, let's take all of this off of here. What was more profitable this whole time? Shorts, way more profitable. You had some bull rallies, but your profits are in the shorts. That's why I continue looking for shorts until I see a trend reversal, right? Let's take a look at more things here. That was our daily. I do believe, like I said, we have much lower lows coming by the end of the year. All right, so this was our trend line we were watching here. We did get back below, bounce back above. We're hanging out here right now. But guys, to come back down, if we came back down to test this bottom trend line, will be around 18.9. Still think that's a very, very good possibility. We're also making lower highs in the RSI right here while making higher highs in the price action. That is bearish divergence. In an uptrend, bearish divergence is powerful. So just be cautious here, guys. Again, a lot of people get bullish in bear market rallies. Here is the .com bubble we've talked about for a long time. Some I wanted to point out. Look at each one of these rallies here. This one here was 113%. If we go to the prior one there, this one here was 77%, right? And let's go down to even this bottom little false bottom here. That was 115%. This little bump right here. So the lower the price is, it takes a lot less to make it look like a huge pump, right? Just like we're having here, this was actually only 88%. And if we go from the top, let's go from the top. which we call December 2nd, 2021 is when I made the video on this whole chart explaining that each pump would be just exit liquidity for more downside, right? And that we're still down 57%, right, from the top. Guys, this is still no confirmation of a reversal. Another thing I talked about back here, like I said, we could have had our false bottom. When we broke this weekly trend line back here in Amazon, that was our false bottom here. We broke this here, could be the false bottom. I still see us coming way down towards the end of this year for our true bottom. September, October, still looking for that. So I'm going to continue looking for shorts unless I see a macro trend reversal. Again, shorts have been way, way, way more profitable than the longs all the way down. Another thing here, Nintendo bubble pop. See, we had this huge rally here in Nintendo, right? Huge rally here in Bitcoin, right? Looks huge when you're zooming in and looking at just this, like most people do, right? But when you zoom out, I think our bottom is going to be down in these ranges, anywhere between 75 and 3,500. They always go back to their means when bubbles pop. People say Bitcoin's different. Nothing's different. Look at the charts. The charts are the same. It's the same thing. It's big money taking money from dumb people. All right, here's another one. You can see the Sony bubble pop. This huge rally here. Lower low. Another huge rally. Lower low. This is how bubbles pop, guys. I still, like I said, there's nothing that has changed in these charts at all. Oil's another thing I want to look at. So I told you guys way back over here when oil was up around $100 that if we broke here, come back down for retest, test this bottom, which we nailed it if you've been watching. And our next target, 62.54. We have not hit that yet. That could possibly wait till around April before we see that. But if this breaks, we see oil going way, way down, right? Our measured move here. But this is the best chance for a bottom for oil, 62.50-ish. If that breaks, guys, I think we're going much, 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 much lower. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you smash the likes. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the video. Also, share the video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great day, guys. I'm out.